Learning English grammar well at an intermediate level can be challenging, but it is very rewarding. Good grammar helps you communicate more clearly and effectively. Here are some tips and advice to help you learn English grammar well. 1. Understand the basics. Before you dive into more complex grammar rules, make sure you have a strong understanding of the basics. These include parts of speech. Understand the roles of nouns, pronouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, conjunctions, prepositions, and interjections. Sentence structure. Know how to form simple, compound, and complex sentences. Tenses. Be familiar with the basic tenses, present, past, future, and their simple, continuous, and perfect forms. 2. Practice regularly. Regular practice is key to mastering grammar. Try to set aside some time every day to practice. Here are some ways to practice regularly. Grammar exercises. Use grammar books and online resources to find exercises. Websites like Grammarly, English Club, and Purdue OWL offer great practice materials. Write daily. Write something every day. It could be a journal entry, an email, or a short story. Writing helps reinforce grammar rules. Speak often. Practice speaking English as much as possible. This helps you get used to using correct grammar in real time. 3. Read a lot. Reading is one of the best ways to improve your grammar. It helps you see how grammar rules are used in context. Here are some tips for effective reading. Read a variety of materials. Read books, newspapers, magazines, and online articles. Different types of writing use different grammar structures. Pay attention to grammar. Notice how sentences are constructed, how tenses are used, and how punctuation is applied. Take notes. Write down any new grammar rules or structures you come across. Try to use them in your own writing. 4. Listen to English. Listening to English helps you understand how grammar is used in spoken language. Here are some ways to improve your listening skills. Watch English movies and TV shows. Pay attention to how people speak and use grammar in different situations. Listen to English music. Songs can help you learn informal grammar and slang. Podcasts and audiobooks. These are great for hearing correct grammar and expanding your vocabulary. 5. Use grammar tools. There are many tools available to help you learn and practice grammar. Here are some useful ones. Grammar books. Books like English Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy are great for self-study. Apps. Apps like Duolingo, Babbel, and Grammarly can help you practice grammar on the go. Online courses. Websites like Coursera, edX, and Khan Academy offer courses on English grammar. 6. Join a study group. Studying with others can be very helpful. You can learn from each other, practice speaking, and correct each other's mistakes. Here are some tips for joining or forming a study group. Find a group. Look for English study groups at your school, community center, or online. Set goals. Set clear goals for what you want to achieve in each study session. Practice together. Do grammar exercises, write essays, and practice speaking with your group. 7. Learn from your mistakes. Making mistakes is a natural part of learning. Don't be afraid to make them. Here's how to learn from your mistakes. Get feedback. Ask teachers, friends, or language partners to correct your grammar. Keep a journal. Write down the mistakes you make and the correct grammar rules. Review regularly. Regularly review your journal to remind yourself of the correct rules. 8. Focus on problem areas. Identify the areas of grammar that you find most difficult and focus on them. Here are some common problem areas and tips for improving them. Verb tenses. Practice using different tenses by writing sentences and stories. Prepositions. Make lists of common prepositions and their uses. Practice by writing sentences. Articles, a, and, but read about the rules for using articles and do exercises to practice. Subject-verb agreement. Make sure the subject and verb in a sentence match in number, singular or plural. 9. Use English every day. Try to immerse yourself in English as much as possible. Here are some ways to use English every day. Think in English. Try to think in English rather than your native language. Label things. Label items in your home with their English names. Talk to yourself. Practice speaking English to yourself when you're alone. 10. Stay motivated. Learning grammar can be difficult, so it's important to stay motivated. Here are some tips to keep you motivated. Set goals. Set clear, achievable goals for your grammar study. Reward yourself. Give yourself rewards when you reach your goals. Stay positive. Keep a positive attitude and remind yourself of your progress. Detailed tips for specific grammar topics. Verb tenses. Understanding and using verb tenses correctly is crucial. Here's a breakdown of the main tenses. Present simple, used for habitual actions, general truths, and fixed arrangements, e.g., I eat breakfast every day. Present continuous, used for actions happening now or around the current time, e.g., I am eating breakfast right now. Past simple, used for actions completed in the past, e.g., I ate breakfast an hour ago. Past continuous, used for actions that were ongoing in the past, e.g., I was eating breakfast when you called. Future simple, used for actions that will happen in the future, e.g., I will eat breakfast tomorrow. Future continuous, used for actions that will be ongoing in the future, e.g., I will be eating breakfast at 8 a.m. tomorrow. To practice, write sentences in short paragraphs using each tense. Compare them to see the differences. Prepositions. Prepositions can be tricky because they often don't translate directly between languages. Here are some common prepositions and their uses. In, used for months, years, seasons, parts of the day, e.g., in July, in 2020, in the morning. On, used for days and dates, e.g., on Monday, on July 4th. At, used for specific times and places, e.g., at 6 p.m., at the corner. By, used for means of transportation and deadlines, e.g., by bus, by Friday. With, used for instruments and companionship, e.g., with a pen, with my friend. Practice by writing sentences using these prepositions. Pay attention to how they are used in reading and listening materials. Articles. Using articles correctly is important for clear communication. Here are the basic rules. A /n, used with singular, countable nouns when referring to a general item, e.g., a cat, an apple. The, used with specific nouns that the listener/reader knows about, e.g., the cat on the roof, the apple on the table. To practice, do exercises that involve choosing the correct article for a given noun. Reading will also help you see how articles are used in context. Subject-verb agreement. Making sure subjects and verbs agree in number is essential for correct grammar. Here are some examples. Singular subjects, use singular verbs, e.g., the cat runs fast. Plural subjects, use plural verbs, e.g., the cats run fast. Practice by writing sentences with different subjects and verbs. Pay attention to subject-verb agreement when reading and listening. Additional resources. Here are some additional resources to help you learn English grammar. Websites, Grammar Girl, English Page, and British Council offer detailed explanations and exercises. YouTube channels, Unvid, Learn English with Emma, and BBC Learning English provide helpful video lessons. Books, English Grammar in Use by Raymond Murphy, Practical English Usage by Michael Swan, and Grammar for IELTS by Cambridge English are excellent resources. Final tips. Be patient, learning grammar takes time. Don't get discouraged if you don't understand something right away. Ask for help. If you're stuck, ask a teacher, friend, or language partner for help. Keep practicing. The more you practice, the better you will get. By following these tips and staying dedicated, you can improve your English grammar and become more confident in your language skills. Good luck!